It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. You can see I'm very excited and really, really happy right now because we get to connect in person and see each other's actual faces. We welcome the intrepid explorers of the 5Drive team, Nick Hamman, Yonaka Taleri, Nadia Romana, Sanjura Kwande. Boy, if there was one more member, if Mike was here, I wouldn't have run out of breath. It's impossible. So good to have you here. They, of course, have been on the most crazy journey on the road for the past 3 weeks, unearthing our country's hidden gems and sharing them with the rest of us in some amazing adventures, living their best life, really. Good. This feels like the greatest con ever pulled off in our industry, really. You managed to convince sponsors to follow you on a jawl. You just go and you jawl, and I'm surprised that there are still hidden gems to find because you've discovered so many people and places and experiences. So first of all, how are you guys doing? You're still happy and loving each other, which is a good sign. Do these trips test those bonds?
Absolutely. No, I mean, it does, because you're on the road 24/7, and this is a relatively late start for us. What is it, like 7 now? You know what I mean? From the time that we get up in the morning to the time we go to bed, we're together. We're in the same car. We're 4 friends road tripping around a country. There's a production crew that's behind the cameras now. But yeah, I mean, it's really tiring, but it's also bonding for us. We always feel a lot closer to each other after these trips than we do before, I think.
Completely, because you go through these experiences together. Yonak, I want to ask you, as one of the newer members of the team, are they looking after you? You lied to me a little bit off air, but I thought maybe you can tell the truth.
No, they really are awesome to me. I'm the nana of the group. I always say that.
Good.
And I never feel, shy to ask for any advice or get the crew's opinion on anything. So we're very much a tight-knit family. I always look forward to having dinner with the crew. It's amazing.
And when you get older, you look back on these sorts of moments and you realize how actually important and magical they are. For me, it's the unsung heroes that you meet. It's those people that would not be known to anyone else unless you connected with them. And Nadia, maybe I want to put you onto this. So you met Rosa Ramepadi, am I saying that right?
Yes.
Just talk me through what was going on there, because that seemed like a major highlight. At the moment, the world is looking for people, a true north. And this farmer seems to be doing something different. Talk to me through that experience.
She inspired me so much. We met her in Polokwane. She had a market, like a fruit and veg market, and she was busy, encouraging people to grow their own vegetables and sustain themselves. So she's an organic farmer, and she leads this team. It's women-led. There was one man there, and he was adamant that it wasn't about him and it was about his wife, and that's why he was there.
That's awesome.
So it was just so inspirational and encouraging to see.
Yeah, and I think those little mini green economies, so the Rosas of the world, are going to lead us into the next phase of our existence. You apply energy to that, and that's where life becomes magical. Almost as magical as a birthday. Oh. Okay? When I talk about the con of the century, I think you planned this whole thing just so you could have a birthday. What was it like spending the birthday with your fam out in this kind of setting?
So it's not my first birthday on a tour every September.
I assumed it wasn't your first.
Yeah. But it's so special to have people around you that make it feel special. And I think I told the team on my birthday that this year, it was also a big birthday for me. I told them that this was the best one out of all of them. They did little extra things. Got me a spring box, cooler box, which was cool, and a little balloon, which has floated somewhere.
It's on the moon with Mabel, the cow balloon that Jack lost.
Yeah.
So they're just chilling on the moon, so thank you for giving Mabel something to I appreciate that. I absolutely love it. Yonaka, Soki?
Oh, my word.
Will you?
Now I can. I was absolutely elated when we walked out of that lesson, because I was like, I'm going to go every single dance floor, take off my shoes, and soak you around. Jude had the best dance moves. He was my dance partner, and he was leading me.
Because you need a strong lead when you sock, you've got to go, eh?
And there's this one move where I have to lean on him and lift my one leg, and I was like, I'm going to fall. But he was holding me, and I was like, Jude, you're the best dancer.
I mean, well, I try sometimes.
Sure, but now you've set an expectation, okay, for the rest of his life. I love that. These trips, yes, it's fun, and it's an opportunity for you to do something really special for your country, but has it sunk in yet why you're actually doing this?
Massively.
What is that thing? Because there is a hook here that is undeniable. We feel it. Have you been able to package that and understand why this is so powerful, dude?
Yeah, so every year we try theme the tour based on where we think South Africa's at the moment. And for us and 5FM, the theme this year was milestones. So best of, biggest, greatest. Why? Because we feel that as a country, we've moved from this idea that hope is coming to this idea that we have to create hope.
Oh, yeah.
Build our own societies, our own communities, and we're stronger when we all get together and do it. And so we've unapologetically head out into the country to find examples of people that are doing just that. And hiding in every single corner, in every single province, are innumerable examples of exceptional people that really do care and that want to legitimately build a better country.
And are doing it.
And are doing
despite
it.
everything that's happening, yeah.
Exactly, because we're up against, it's the same like the Springboks. The reason we all love the Springboks is because they train in the same conditions that we live under. They go through the same struggles that we all go through. And when we put these things on the radio, during Heritage Month, the time that we're supposed to celebrate our country, we hope and we feel legitimately that other people are going to be able to drink from that cup. And we're going to be able to feel more proud and happier and stronger about being who we are, which is South African.
Completely. I mean, this is echoing so many pertinent interviews that I've done with amazing people. That hope notion, that's something that needs to flick in this country's understanding of ourselves. It's not something that gets given to you as a reprieve at the end of the journey once you've earned it. It's something that you start with at the beginning of the journey. It's your true north, and you've got to fight for it. You've got to fight for it, and you've got to foster it. You've got to plant it in the ground, and you've got to bring your all-female-led team, and you've got to propagate that idea, but they aren't going anywhere. I want them to think about the best spot in South Africa. Each of them have got to put themselves down, their head on the block. The Heritage Tour continues, and it's here in your Feel Good studio.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso on S3. It's a fantastic Monday, and it's wonderful to spend some time with you right now. It's also wonderful to spend time with the 5Drive team because they are here in studio with us to spill the beans on their thrilling Heritage Tour adventures. They have the best job in the world, guys. Come on, you are really getting all that envy from us this morning. It's wonderful to have you guys. And it looks like it's going well with you guys as a team as well. Huh? You guys are gelling, so lekker.
Yeah, we really are. We're in a super good gear this year, and we're all getting along, and I feel like bonding through the experience.
Yeah, and I mean,
cool.
It must be nice. I mean, to have that as a team and able to explore our backyard and be on the road.
Kidding me? We've got the most beautiful country in the world. We legitimately do.
No, I agree with you. I fully agree with you. Let's talk about some of your highlights. We're going to take you back to KZN very quickly. I want to go to Tembelihle School. Apparently there's a fantastic story connected to the woman as well that runs it.
You have no idea. So we meet this woman who has already achieved more than anybody should in one lifetime. She's a geneticist, and she has done pivotal work to change laws in South Africa to make it a safer country. Wow. Despite retiring and kicking back, she goes, my community needs help with education, because she sees people affected, people that aren't getting a good opportunity to actually like upskill themselves in life. So she builds a school, are you kidding me? And like does it for people in an area where they otherwise would have gone hungry, they otherwise would have had to attempt to learn in incredibly difficult circumstances, and she builds this world-class institution. We, through her, get to meet a young girl by the name of Sihle who's actually gone through this process. So having been taken from the community where she was being educated in really bad conditions and gets put through this beautiful school and has now become an auditor and has decided not to take her own life into the big bad world, but rather to just come back and give back to that school again.
How incredible.
And that sort of culture of plant a seed, it grows, and then plant more seeds is very South African. And to see that firsthand was just wonderful.
Sure, and I can only imagine how that whole community has changed and benefited from that one action.
Yeah.
And I think that's golden stories, man. This is what we live for, our South Africans as well. Jude, I want to come to you. I mean, you can't go to KZN and not have a bunny child.
Oh, it was
You said
amazing.
you found the best one yet.
So I like this new, I don't think it's new, but we covering food a lot, and obviously there's different kinds of food attached to certain parts of the country. Of course, the bunny chow in KZN was, it reminded me of home, coming from a colored background. We do have like curry influence, but it's not the same as a Durban curry. But yeah, the bunny chow was delicious. Ate the plate as well.
I can fully see you do that, my friend. Listen, yeah, you guys are getting up to all kinds of adventures, Yonaka. Something that stood out for you, take us through your experience, the Center for Entrepreneurship Rapid Incubation, that was in Bombela.
Yes. Oh, we met this lovely young gentleman. His name is Penwell, and he's absolutely bright. And I'm a student myself, so I get very shocked when I meet students that are just so forward-thinking and futuristic. And he created this app that helps give access to people in rural areas to services we take for granted in metropolitan areas, just a food delivery service, something like that. So he's very on it. He's a programmer, and it was absolutely amazing because we met other entrepreneurs as well in the space. And every single one of them is just concerned about how to make their community better. They're not doing this for profits. They're not doing this to make a name for themselves, but how can they make other people's lives better? It's just so inspiring, you know?
Yeah, it connects to similar stories here. It really is. We do things because we want to really uplift our fellow person next to us, and that's kind of true to who we are as South Africans, because I know that, you know, maybe I want to ask you this, Nadia, you know, you guys are going through this incredible experience. You get to meet incredible people and see institutions, sometimes what we don't even know about, and that's why it's glad you guys are telling us those stories. But in a general sense, with everything going on in South Africa, there's a lot of negative in our space as well. But you guys experiencing something completely different. What does it tell you about us as South Africans, as a nation, now that being on the ground and being in touch with these different communities and cultures?
Sure. I feel like it tells you that South Africans are still like proudly South African at heart. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter if we're having load shedding or other problems. It's at the end of the day, everyone is still proudly South African and everyone is friendly. And we have such an incredible, beautiful country and so many people to be proud of. Our food, our cultures, just the whole experience that we've had has been absolutely mind-blowing. And the people that we've met, we ask every single person about their milestones in their life, and everyone's answer has also blown me away, because it's always about other people and how they want to help other people and inspire. And I think it's just, yeah, it's brought us, it brings you down to earth.
For sure, we have an incredible amount of kindness amongst our people, and that is what is nice, because it's difficult. We see in the media, you know, South Africa and everything going on is portrayed as a certain way, and it's difficult. And I've got my mom-in-law phoning out of Hungary. I was like, "Are you guys okay?" And but in the general sense of things, we are such a loving nation, and you guys get to experience that.
Yeah,
now you're on your way again.
We're going to be okay as a country.
We're going to be okay. Nick Hamman said that, exactly. So listen, stick around. The 5Drive team, they will still stick around. Nick's going to be joining me in the kitchen as well. We're going to make some pasta, dude.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be lekker, so don't go anywhere. And we're going to test test their knowledge around South Africa, so stick around for that.